The Karate Kid is a 2010 martial arts drama film directed by Harald Zwart from a screenplay by Christopher Murphey, based on a story by Robert Mark Kamen. It serves as the fifth film in the Karate Kid franchise. The film stars Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan in the lead roles, with Taraji P, Henson, Wenwen Han, Zhenwei Wang, Carberry, Zhensu Wu, Zhiheng Wang, and Yu Rongguang in supporting roles. The story follows 12-year-old Dre Parker from Detroit, who moves to Beijing, China with his widowed mother Sherry and runs afoul of the neighborhood bully Cheng. He makes an unlikely ally in the form of an aging maintenance man, Mr. Han, a kung fu master who teaches him the secrets of self-defense. Principal photography of the film took place in Beijing, China, beginning in July 2009 and ending on October. The Karate Kid premiered at the Mann Village Theater in Westwood, California on June 7, 2010, and was released in the United States on June 11, by Sony Pictures Releasing, and on June 22 in China and August 5 in Hong Kong, by EDKO. The film received generally positive reviews from critics and earned $359.1 million worldwide on a $40 million budget, making it the highest-grossing film of the series. The film serves as a remake of the 1984 film of the same name following a similar narrative but with the setting moved to China, and the martial art changed, despite the film's title, from karate to kung fu. The announcement of the sixth film, Karate Kid, Legends, 2025, with Chen and original star Ralph Macchio reprising their roles, retconned the film, placing it in the same fictional universe of the original films. Plot: 12-year-old Dre Parker and his widowed mother Sherry Parker move from Detroit to Beijing, after she gets a job transfer at a car factory. Dre meets young violinist Mei Ying, and immediately becomes infatuated with her. However, Cheng, a rebellious 14-year-old kung fu prodigy whose family is close to Mei Ying's, keeps them apart by constantly attacking, teasing, and antagonizing Dre. After a field trip to the Forbidden City, Dre throws a bucket of dirty water over Cheng and his gang as revenge for Cheng's rebellious behavior to him, causing them to chase and brutally beat Dre. Maintenance man Mr. Han intervenes and fends off the bullies, revealing himself to be a kung fu master. Han heals Dre's injuries using the Chinese medicine methods of fire cupping. He explains that Cheng and his friends are not inherently bad, but are taught to be merciless by their teacher, Master Li. Dre asks Han to teach him kung fu, and Han accompanies him to Li's Fighting Dragon studio to make peace. Li rebuffs the peace offer and challenges Dre to fight Cheng, but Han counters that Dre compete against all of Li's students at the upcoming Open Kung Fu tournament, requesting that they let Dre train in peace until then. Li accepts, saying if Dre doesn't show up, he will inflict pain on the both of them. Han teaches Dre Kung Fu by emphasizing movements that apply to life in general. Serenity and maturity, not punches and power, are the keys to mastering Kung Fu. He has Dre repeatedly take off and pick up his jacket to develop muscle memory. Han takes him to a Taoist temple where Dre drinks the water from a Taoist well and witnesses a woman make a cobra reflect her movements. After weeks of training, Han gives Dre a day off. Dre persuades Mei Ying to skip school with him. After finding out, Mei Ying's parents deem Dre a bad influence and forbid Mei Ying from seeing him. Dre finds Han drunk and depressed, smashing a Volkswagen Scirocco he was working on. He explains that he crashed it years ago, killing his wife and his 10-year-old son. To punish himself, he spends a year fixing the car, then destroys it again on every anniversary of the accident. Dre resolves to train harder and help his teacher overcome his trauma. Han helps Dre write and recite an apology in Mandarin to Mei Ying's father. Mei Ying's father accepts Dre's apology and in return lets Mei Ying attend Dre's tournament as promised earlier on. At the tournament, the initially unconfident Dre starts defeating his opponents. Li orders his student Liang to injure Dre in the semifinals. Liang reluctantly does so by delivering crippling blows to Dre's leg. He is disqualified and Dre advances to the finals against Cheng. Dre pleads with Han to heal his leg with the fire cupping method. Realizing this is more about overcoming Dre's fear than anything else, Han complies. As the final match starts, on Li's orders, Cheng attacks Dre's injured leg, causing Dre to lose balance, but he manages to get up and uses the snake stance he saw at the temple. Dre defeats Cheng with a strong kick to the head, earning the respect of Cheng and his classmates. Cheng, instead of the presenter, presents Dre with the champion's trophy, and the Fighting Dragon students bow to Han out of respect for him as a real kung fu master, leaving Li outraged and defeated. Cast. Main article, list of the Karate Kid and Cobra Kai characters. Jaden Smith as Dre Parker, Dear Yui Pig. Based on Daniel LaRusso. Jackie Chan as Mr. Han, Han Xianchen, a Chinese maintenance man and kung fu master who becomes Dre's kung fu master. Based on Mr. Miyagi. Taraji P. Henson as Sherry Parker, Swilly Pig, Dre's mother. Based on Lucille LaRusso. Wenwen Han, as Mei Ying, a violinist, and Dre Parker's love interest. Based on Ali Mills. Zhenwei Wang as Cheng, Lu Weiken 7, based on Johnny Lawrence. Yu Rongguang as Master Li Shifu. The main antagonist of the film. Based on John Kreese. Luke Carberry as Harry, Holly, a boy who befriends Dre. Based on Freddy Fernandez. Shijia Lü, as Liang Zihao, a friend and classmate of Cheng's. Based on Bobby Brown. Ji Wan, as Mrs. Bo Tai, the principal of Dre's new school. Zhensu Wu, as Mei Ying's father. Based on Mr. Mills. Zhiheng Wang, as Mei Ying's mother. Based on Mrs. Mills. Yi Zhao, as Chuang, Qin's Wang, a friend and classmate of Cheng's. Based on Dutch. Zhang Bo, as Song, a friend and classmate of Cheng's. Based on Tommy. Cameron Hillman as Mark, Meg. Guy Samuel Brown as Oz. Production. Development. A remake of The Karate Kid entered the development in the late 2008. 8/9 Variety reported at the time that the new film, to be produced by Will Smith, has been refashioned as a star vehicle for Jaden Smith and that it would borrow elements from the original plot, wherein a bullied youth learns to stand up for himself with the help of an eccentric mentor. 10 Jackie Chan told a Los Angeles Chinatown concert crowd in 2009 that he was leaving for Beijing to film the remake as Jaden Smith's teacher. 9. Despite maintaining the original title, the 2010 remake does not feature karate, which is from Okinawa, Japan, but focuses on the main character learning Kung Fu in China. Chan told interviewers that film cast members generally referred to the film as the Kung Fu Kid, and he believed the film would only be called The Karate Kid in America, and The Kung Fu Kid in China. 11 This theory held true in the People's Republic of China, where the film is titled The Kung Fu Dream, Chinese. 12 In Japan 13 and South Korea 14 The film is titled Best Kid, Japanese, Korean, after the local title of the 1984 film in both countries. Sony had considered changing the title of the film, but Jerry Weintraub, one of the producers, rejected the idea. Weintraub was also the producer of the original Karate Kid. 15. Filming. The Chinese government granted the filmmakers access to the Forbidden City, the Great Wall of China, and the Wudang Mountains. On some occasions, the filmmakers had to negotiate with residents who were not accustomed to filming activity. 16 The film began filming in July 2009 and ended on October 16, 2009. Music. Main article, The Karate Kid, soundtrack. Icelandic composer Atli Orvarsson was originally hired to score the film, but he was replaced by American composer James Horner. The Karate Kid marked Horner's return to scoring after his work on the 2009 film Avatar. 17 The score was released on June 15, 2010. 18. Justin Bieber and Jaden Smith recorded the film's official theme song, Never Say Never, written by Adam Messenger, Bieber, Travis Garland, Omer Rambird, and others, and produced by The Messengers, Adam Messenger and Nasriat Way. The music video was released on May 31, 2010. 19. The film started with Do You Remember by Jay Sean featuring Sean Paul and Lil Jon. Remember the Name by Fort Minor was used in the trailer to promote the movie. Parts of the song, Back in Black by AC/DC and Higher Ground by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, were also used in the film. The song Hip Song by Rain is used for promotion in the Asian countries and it appeared in the trailer. The music video was released on May 22, 2010. 20 Bang Bang by Kanan featuring Adam Levine and Say by John Mayer are also featured in the movie. 21 It also features Lady Gaga's Poker Face, Flo Rida's Low and Gorilla's Dirty Harry, being performed in Chinese. An abbreviated form of Frédéric Chopin's Nocturne No. 20 is featured, arranged for strings, in Mei Ying's violin audition scene, along with Sergei Rachmaninoff's piano transcription of Flight of the Bumblebee by Rimsky-Korsakov. Release. The film premiered May 26, 2010, in Chicago, with appearances by Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith, and a brief surprise appearance from Will Smith. 22. In the mainland China version of the film, scenes of bullying were shortened by the censors, and a kissing scene is removed. John Horn of the Los Angeles Times said that the editing ultimately resulted in two slightly different movies. 1623. Video game. A mobile game based on the film was released for iOS devices by Sony Pictures on April 2, 2010. 24. Home media. The Karate Kid was released on DVD and Blu-ray on October 5, 2010, by Sony Pictures Home Entertainment, and it was released unmastered in 4K Blu-ray on May 14, 2013. Reception. Critical response. Review aggregation website Rotten Tomatoes gives the film an approval rating of 67% based on 207 reviews, and an average rating of 6.17/10. The site's critics' consensus reads, "It may not be as powerful as the 1984 edition, but the 2010 Karate Kid delivers a surprisingly satisfying update on the original." 25 Metacritic, another review aggregator, assigned the film a weighted average score of 61 out of 100 based on 37 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. 26 audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of A on an A+ to F scale, the highest of the franchise. 27. Anne Hornaday described Jaden Smith as a revelation, who proves that he's no mere beneficiary of dynastic largesse. Somber, self-contained, and somehow believable as a kid for whom things don't come easily, he never conveys the sense that he's desperate to be liked. Which is precisely why the Karate Kid winds up being so likable itself. 28 Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times gave it a positive review, rating the film 3.5 out of 4 stars, and calling it a lovely and well-made film that stands on its own feet. 29 Claudia Pook of USA Today and Owen Gleiberman of Entertainment Weekly each rated the film a B, stating the chemistry between Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan grounds the movie, imbuing it with sincerity and poignance, and that the film is fun and believable. 30-31. Simon Abrams of Slant Magazine gave the film 1.5 stars and noted that the characters just aren't old enough to be convincing in their hormone-driven need to prove themselves, and this age gap is also a huge problem when it comes to the range that these kids bring to the project, and noted the portrayal of the child antagonist Cheng includes an overblown and overused grimace, which looks like it might have originally belonged to Dolph Lundgren, looks especially silly on a kid that hasn't learned how to shave yet. Finally, Abrams noted, "What's most upsetting is Dre's budding romance with Mei Ying. These kids have yet to hit puberty and already they're swooning for each other." 32. Box office. The film was released on June 11, 2010, by Columbia Pictures to 3,663 theaters across the United States. The Karate Kid topped the box office on its opening day, grossing $18.8 million, and in its opening weekend, grossing $56 million in North America, beating the A-Team, which grossed an estimated $9.6 million on the same opening day, and $26 million in its opening weekend. 33. It closed on September 18, after 101 days of release, grossing $176 million in the US and Canada along with an additional $182 million overseas for a worldwide total of $359 million, on a moderate budget of $40 million. 4. Accolades. People's Choice Awards 2011 34. Favorite Family Movie, nominated. Favorite On-Screen Team, Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan, nominated. Favorite Action Star, Jackie Chan, 1. 2011 Kids' Choice Awards 35. Favorite Movie, 1. Favorite Butt Kicker, Jackie Chan, 1. Favorite Movie Actor, Jaden Smith, nominated. 2011 MTV Video Music 8 Japan 36. Best Song from a Movie, Never Say Never by Justin Bieber featuring Jaden Smith, nominated. 2011 MTV Movie Awards 37. Biggest Badass Star, Jaden Smith, nominated. 32nd Young Artist Awards 38. Best Leading Young Actor in a Feature Film, Jaden Smith, 1. 2010 Teen Choice Awards 39. Choice Summer Movie, nominated. Sequel. Main article, Karate Kid, Legends. Shortly after the film's release, a sequel was announced to be in development, with Smith, Chan, and Henson all reprising their roles. Breck Eisner was initially set to direct 40, but by June 2014, the film had gained new writers and lost Eisner as the director. 41 In April 2017, Eisner returned as director 42, but in October, Chan stated that the initial script for the film did not work well. 43. In August 2023, it was reported that Chan would be reprising his role in Karate Kid, Legends. 44 By November of the same year, Chan officially joined the cast alongside Ralph Macchio in their respective roles as Mr. Han and Daniel LaRusso. The studio announced a worldwide open casting call for an actor to star as the film's iteration of the titular character. Jonathan Entwistle directed the film with a script written by Rob Lieber, where the plot involves a teen from China moving to the United States and beginning to study martial arts. Karen Rosenfeld will produce the film, with principal photography beginning in April 2024. 45 Originally scheduled to be released on June 7, 2024, the film was delayed to December 13, 2024, in part as a result of the 2023 writers and actors strikes. 46-47 It was delayed again to May 30, 2025, to avoid conflict with the sixth and final season of Cobra Kai. Jaden Christopher Smith, born July 8, 1998, is an American rapper, singer, and actor. The son of Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, he has received various accolades, including a Teen Choice Award, an MTV Movie Award, a BET Award and a Young Artist Award. He has received a Grammy Award nomination and has won 2 NAACP Image Awards and an Empire Award. Smith made his film debut with his father Will Smith in the 2006 film The Pursuit of Happiness, and appeared with his father once more in the 2013 film After Earth. He also co-starred in the remake films The Day the Earth Stood Still, 2008, along with Keanu Reeves, and The Karate Kid, 2010, with Jackie Chan. Following a 3-year hiatus, he returned to acting in 2016, starring in the 2-part Netflix series The Get Down, and voice acting in the company's anime series, Neo Yokio. 7. As a recording artist, Smith first guest performed on Canadian singer Justin Bieber's 2010 single, Never Say Never. Released for the Karate Kid's accompanying soundtrack 8, the song peaked within the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 and received quintuple platinum certification by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIA. He later released multiple mixtapes, including CTV2, 2014. Following a 3-year work effort, he signed with Roc Nation and Interscope Records to release his debut studio album, Sire, 2017. It peaked at number 24 on the Billboard 200, while his second and third albums, Aries, 2019, and CTV3, Cool Tape Volume 3, 2020, peaked at numbers 12 and 44, respectively. 9 in 2022, he was nominated for a Grammy Award for Album of the Year as a featured artist on Bieber's album Justice. 10. Early life. Jaden Christopher Sire Smith was born July 8, 1998, in Malibu, California 111, the son of actors Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. He has an older half-brother, Trey Smith, b. 1992, 12, and a younger sister, Willow Smith, b. 2000. 13. He attended New Village Leadership Academy before being homeschooled by his parents. 14. Growing up, his fame and his family's celebrity status prevented him from having a normal childhood, something he has spoken on at length. 15. He took up skateboarding. 16. Smith and his siblings were youth ambassadors for Project Zambi, which, in conjunction with Hasbro, helps Zambian children orphaned by AIDS. 17-18. Career. Acting. Smith in 2010. Smith made his major role debut in the 2006 film The Pursuit of Happiness as Christopher, the son of Chris Gardner, Will Smith's character. 19. For the role, he won the Breakthrough Performance Award at the 2007 MTV Movie Awards. He next appeared as Jacob in the 2008 Scott Derrickson science fiction film The Day the Earth Stood Still. 19. A remake of the 1951 classic of the same name. In 2010, with Jackie Chan, Smith starred in The Karate Kid, a remake of the 1984 film. 20. In May 2013, Will Smith and Jaden starred together, as father and son, in After Earth. In 2014, it was announced that Smith would return for the sequel Karate Kid 2 with Jackie Chan, to be directed by Breck Eisner, produced by James Lasseter and Will Smith, and written by Zach Penn. 21. In April 2014, Smith was cast in the film The Good Lord Bird, based on the 2013 novel of the same name by James McBride. Smith plays Henry Shackelford, a young slave living in the antebellum Kansas Territory in 1857 who encounters abolitionist John Brown. 22. Smith took a break from acting following the release of his mixtape Cool Tape Volume 2 to focus on music. He then returned to act in the Netflix original The Get Down in 2017. 23-24. He also had a voice acting role in Neo Yokio and a role in Nashville as himself. 25. Commenting on his break from acting, he said, "The kinds of roles I was being offered weren't exactly what I was looking for, nothing felt really necessary that I needed to be in until this came along." 26. Smith returned to acting in films with the February 2018 announcement of a film based on skateboarding. 27. On June 21, 2018, Crystal Mosel's Skate Kitchen released its first official trailer with Smith as the main character. 28. It was released on August 10, 2018, after screening at the Sundance Film Festival in the winter of 2017. 29. In 2020, he starred with Cara Delevingne in the romantic drama Life in a Year, to positive reviews. 30. Music. Smith performing in 2015. In 2010, Smith rapped alongside Canadian singer Justin Bieber in the song Never Say Never. 8. It peaked at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 131 and was certified 5 times platinum in the US. 32. On October 1, 2012, Smith released his debut mixtape, The Cool Cafe. 33. He released the sequel to The Cool Cafe on November 8, 2014, titled CTV2. 34. Smith started working on his debut studio album in 2014, a process that took 3 years. 35. He announced in December 2016 that it would be titled Sire. 36. 37. The lead single from Sire, Fallen, was released on December 5, 2016. 38 and 3 more singles were released: Batman and Watch Me and Falcon on July 14. On November 16, 2017, respectively. 39 40 41 Sire was released on November 17, 2017, and debuted at number 24 on the US Billboard 200. 42 43 44 Icon was released as a single on the same day. 45 reaching number 3 on the bubbling under Hot 100 singles chart. 46 47 Smith later announced on December 14, 2017, that his next project following Sire would be titled Aries. 48 Another project, Sire, the Electric Album, was later teased via Twitter. Leading up to the release of the project, Smith released the single Ghost featuring Christian Rich. 49 On July 8, 2018, Smith released the project exclusively on Instagram on his 20th birthday. 50 The project was later released 4 days later to streaming platforms. 51 Sire, the Electric Album is a guitar-centric rework of Smith's studio album Sire and is influenced by Jimi Hendrix and the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. 52 Less than a year later, on July 5, 2019, Smith released his second studio album, Aries, which debuted at number 12 on the US Billboard 200. 44. On July 30, 2018, Smith was announced as an opener during J. Cole's KOD tour alongside Young Thug and Earth Gang. 53 And on August 2, he performed for the first time at Lollapalooza. 54 One of Smith's influences, Kid Cudi, stated that he would like to make an album with Smith, which Smith supported during an interview on August 21, 2018. 55-56. Jaden was managed by Will Smith's management company, Westbrook Entertainment, until March 2019 when 360, an established management firm, acquired Westbrook. 57 Following the acquisition, on July 24, 2020, Smith released the single Cabin Fever, from his third album CTV3, Cool Tape Volume 3, which he described as a completion of the trilogy of the previous Cool Tapes and also kinda completing the trilogies of Sire and Aries at the same time. 58 The album includes a collaboration with Smith's friend and previous collaborator Justin Bieber on the song Falling For You. 59 On June 21, 2021, Smith released the single Bye. On August 27, 2021, Smith released another version of the album CTV3, Day Trippers Edition on all streaming platforms. Fashion. GQ described Smith in 2018 as in a league of his own in terms of fashion and a superstar who has taken fashion to an entirely different level. 60-61 Smith has called Tyler the Creator, Batman, and Poseidon his icons when it comes to fashion. 62 Smith said that Tyler the Creator introduced him to the brand Supreme. 63 Batman's dark, gothic scenery has influenced the clothing he has created through his brand MSFT's Rep 62 as well as his personal clothing style, wearing Batman protective armor to Kanye West's and Kim Kardashian's wedding and his prom. 64-65 In May 2013, Smith collaborated with a Korean designer named Choi Bum-suk to create a pop-up retail store at which customers could buy clothes featuring their collaborative logos. 66. In 2016, Smith modeled in a women's wear campaign for Louis Vuitton wearing a skirt. 67 Explaining his choice to wear a skirt, he said he was attempting to combat bullying, saying, "In 5 years, when a kid goes to school wearing a skirt, he won't get beat up and kids won't get mad at him." 68. Smith continued to wear women's wear throughout the rest of 2016. 69 He was the first male model to model women's wear for Louis Vuitton. 70 He created a denim line with fashion brand G-Star in 2018. 71-72. In September 2025, Smith was appointed creative director of Christian Louboutin, making him the brand's first male creative director. In the role, Smith would be tasked with shaping 4 collections annually across men's shoes, leather goods, and accessories. 73-74. Just Water. Smith has been a partner in spring water company Just Water 75 since he was 12 years old. 76. The company is attempting to create a water filtration system anyone can afford for use in disadvantaged regions and nations. 77. It also seeks to aid in the development of water infrastructure and the creation of environmentally friendly construction methods, producing a novel drywall design. 77. Just Water launched officially in the UK on August 27, 2018. 78. Musical artistry and influences. Smith's influences include Kid Cudi, Kanye West, Kurt Cobain and Taiko Wu. 79. He also considers his father, Will Smith, an inspiration, saying, "He started in music and transitioned to movies. I started with movies, and then I transitioned into making music. I look at him and use it as a blueprint of how good of a person he is, but not necessarily the success that he reached." 79. Personal life. Jaden Smith's father, Will, revealed that his son sought an emancipation ruling as a present for his 15th birthday. Will told the media that Jaden's primary motivation was the establishment of his own residence and also explained that his children were not subject to strict parenting. "We generally don't believe in punishment. From the time Jaden was 5 or 6, we would sit him down, and all he has to do is be able to explain why what he did was the right thing for his life." 80. However, Smith and his father appeared together on the Ellen DeGeneres Show on May 15, 2013, where Jaden joked, "The thing that people don't get is everything at his house is free. So I can get anything and everything at his house, so I'm going to be there for 20, 30 more years." Will Smith says that as soon as I have a movie that's bigger than one of his movies I can get my own house. 81. In June 2017, at the age of 19, Smith moved out of his parents' house and into a $4 million home in Hidden Hills, California. 82. Smith is a vegetarian. 83. He started Wen, a mobile restaurant providing free vegan dinners for people experiencing homelessness, but where others pay. 84. His vegan lifestyle caused his parents to intervene following a rapid decline in his health. He was later diagnosed with lactose intolerance and celiac disease. He later returned to vegetarianism. 85-86. In 2013, Smith criticized traditional education and advised people to drop out of school. 14. Discussing teenagers who attend public school, he said, "Kids who go to normal school are so teenagery, so angsty." 87. Smith subscribes to, and tweets about, numerous conspiracy theories. 88. Including the Illuminati. 89, 90 and chemtrails hypotheses. 91. Smith dated Sarah Snyder from 2015 to 2017. 92. She inspired numerous songs on Smith's debut album, Sire. 93. Beginning in November 2018, Smith claimed that rapper Tyler, the Creator, was his boyfriend. 94-95. Tyler, who is bisexual, denied this claim. 96. In the song Noise on Aries in 2019, Tyler revealed, while rapping, that their relationship claims were sarcastic. 97. Smith has been called a non-binary icon for his work in popular media, challenging traditional gender roles. 98-99. He is often seen in gender-fluid clothing. 100. Wearing dresses, skirts, and high-heeled shoes. 101. For his Vogue Korea editorial in 2016, he wore traditionally female attire, a black skirt, blue nail polish, and a flower in his hair. 102. He has made public comments such as, "If I wanna wear a dress, then I will, and that will set the new wave." 103. He said that he wore skirts primarily to help kids to be bullied less in schools. 104. In 2023, Smith was the subject of an online death hoax after Facebook posts and YouTube videos claimed that he had died. Posts on various social media platforms claimed that Will Smith publicly announced the death of his son. Fang Xilang A, born Chan Kongsang B April 7, 1954, known professionally as Jackie Chan, and Sing Lung Si is a Hong Kong martial artist, actor, and filmmaker, known for his slapstick, acrobatic fighting style, comic timing, and innovative stunts, which he typically performs himself. With a film career spanning more than 60 years, he is regarded as one of the most iconic and influential martial artists in the history of cinema. 3-4 films in which he has appeared have grossed over $6 billion worldwide. 5. Starting as one of the 7 Little Fortunes at the China Drama Academy, where he was trained in acrobatics, martial arts, and acting, Chan entered the Hong Kong film industry as a stuntman before making the transition to acting. His breakthrough came with the action comedy Snake in the Eagle's Shadow, 1978. He then starred in similar action comedies such as Drunken Master, 1978, and The Young Master, 1980. He made his directorial debut with The Fearless Hyena, 1979, which was a box office success. Throughout the 1980s, he was part of the Three Dragons along with Sammo Hung and Yun Biao. The three starred in 6 Hong Kong films together. 6 Project A, 1983, saw the official formation of the Jackie Chan stunt team and established Chan's signature style of elaborate, dangerous stunts combined with martial arts and slapstick humor, a style he further developed in a more modern setting with Wheels on Meals, 1984, and Police Story, 1985. Rumble in the Bronx, 1995, which had a successful worldwide theatrical run, brought Chan into the North American mainstream. 7-8 By the mid-1990s, he was the most popular action movie star in Asia and Europe. 7. Chan gained Hollywood success for portraying Chief Inspector Lee in the American buddy cop action comedy film Rush Hour, 1998, a role he reprised in 2 sequels. He went on to work both in American and Chinese films, appearing in the Shanghai film series, 2000 to 2003, New Police Story, 2004, Rob B. Hood, 2006, Little Big Soldier, 2010, Shaolin, 2011, and The Shadow's Edge, 2025, among others. The Forbidden Kingdom, 2008, marked his first collaboration with fellow martial arts star Jet Li. He has played martial arts mentor Mr. Han in 2 Karate Kid films, the 2010 remake The Karate Kid and Karate Kid, Legends, 2025. For CZ12, 2012, he earned 2 Guinness World Records for most stunts performed by a living actor and most credits in one movie. He played against Type in Shinjuku Incident, 2009, and The Foreigner, 2017. 9-10 His voice acting work includes all 3 Chinese versions of Mulan, 1998, the first 3 films in the Kung Fu Panda franchise, 2008 to 2016, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, 2023. One of the most recognizable and influential film personalities in the world, Chan was described by film scholar Andrew Willis in 2004 as perhaps the most recognized star in the world. 11. He has received Fame Stars on the Hong Kong Avenue of Stars and the Hollywood Walk of Fame 12-13 as well as an honorary Academy Award in 2016. Chan has been referenced in various pop songs, films, television series, and video games. He has an award named after him, the Jackie Chan Action Movie Awards. He is an operatically trained vocalist who has released several pop music albums and performed theme songs for some of the films in which he starred. He is also a philanthropist and was named one of the top 10 most charitable celebrities by Forbes in 2011. 14-15 In 2016, Forbes ranked him the second highest paid actor in the world. 16-17 In 2025, Parade estimated his net worth to be $400 million, and reported he planned to leave his fortune to charity, rather than to his son, J.C. Chan. 18. Early life. Chan was born on April 7, 1954 in British Hong Kong as Chan Kongsang Wan-tu to Charles and Lily Chan, political refugees from the Chinese Civil War. In circa 1937, Chan's father, originally named Fang Daolong, briefly worked as a secret agent for Lieutenant General Dai Li, the chief spy in Kuomintang-ruled China. 19 For fear of being arrested by the communist government, Chan's father fled to British Hong Kong in the 1940s and changed his surname from Fang to Chan. Chan was his wife Chan Lily's surname. Chan discovered his father's identity and changed his Chinese name to Fang Shilong. In the late 1990s, the name he would have been named according to his kin's genealogy book, which allegedly traces back to Tang Dynasty statesman Fang Xianling. Chan's ancestral roots are located in Wuhu, Anhui. 2021-22-23. Chan spent his formative years within the grounds of the French consul's residence in the Victoria Peak, British Hong Kong, as his father worked as a cook there. 24 Chan attended the Na Hua Primary School on Hong Kong Island, where he failed his first year, after which his parents withdrew him from the school. In 1960, his father emigrated to Canberra, Australia to work as the head cook for the American Embassy, and Chan was sent to the China Drama Academy, a Peking opera school run by Master Yu Jimyun. 24-25 Chan trained rigorously for the next decade, excelling in martial arts and acrobatics. 26 He eventually became part of the Seven Little Fortunes, a performance group made up of the school's best students, gaining the stage name Yun Lo, in homage to his master. Chan became close friends with fellow group members Sammo Hung and Yun Biao, and the three of them later became known as the Three Brothers or Three Dragons. 27 After entering the film industry, Chan along with Sammo Hung got the opportunity to train in Hapkido under the Grand Master Jin Pal Kim, and Chan eventually attained a black belt. 28 As a martial artist, Chan is also skilled in multiple forms of Kung Fu. 29 He is also known to have trained in other martial art forms such as karate, judo, boxing, taekwondo, and jeet kune do. 30. Chan joined his parents in Canberra, Australia in 1971, where he briefly attended Dixon College and worked as a construction worker. 31 A fellow builder named Jack took Chan under his wing, thus earning Chan the nickname of Little Jack. 23 Later shortened to Jackie. In the 1980s, the spelling of his nickname became Jackie, which has stuck with him ever since. 32. Film career. 1962 to 1975, early small appearances. He began his film career by appearing in small roles at the age of 5 as a child actor. At age 8, he appeared with some of his fellow Little Fortunes in the film Big and Little Wong Tin Bar, 1962, with Li Lihua playing his mother. The following year, the young actor appeared in extras of Yen Chun's 1964 film Liang Shanpo and Chu Ying Tai and had a small role in King Hu's 1966 film Come Drink With Me. 33 In 1971, after an appearance as an extra in another kung fu film, A Touch of Zen, Chan was signed to Chu Mu's Great Earth Film Company. 34. Chan appeared in the Bruce Lee film Fist of Fury, 1972, both as an extra and as a stunt double for the Japanese villain Hiroshi Suzuki, portrayed by Shikara Hashimoto, particularly during the final fight scene where Lee kicks him and he flies through the air. 35-36 Chan again appeared in another Bruce Lee film, Enter the Dragon, 1973, as a minor henchman who gets killed by Lee's character. Sammo Hung helped Chan get minor roles in both of the Bruce Lee films. 37 Chan also worked as a martial arts choreographer for John Woo's The Young Dragons, 1974. 36. 1976 to 1980, start-up leading roles. In 1976, Jackie Chan received a telegram from Willie Chan, a film producer in the Hong Kong film industry who had been impressed with Jackie's stunt choreography work. Willie Chan offered him an acting role in a film directed by Lo Wei. Lo saw Chan's performance in the John Woo film Hand of Death, 1976, and planned to model him after Bruce Lee with the film New Fist of Fury. 34 His stage name was changed to, literally becoming the Dragon, 19 to Sing 4 Lung 4 in Jiat Bing 2 or rarely as Cheng Long in Pinyin, 38 to emphasize his similarity to Bruce Lee, whose stage name meant Li the Little Dragon in Chinese. Note that dragon in Li's name referred to Li's birth year being the dragon zodiac, not the Chinese dragon. The film was unsuccessful because Chan was not accustomed to Li's martial arts style. Despite the film's failure, Lo Wei continued producing films with similar themes, but with little improvement at the box office. 39. Chan's first major breakthrough was the 1978 film Snake in the Eagle's Shadow, shot while he was loaned to Seasonal Film Corporation under a two-picture deal. 40 Director Yuen Wu-ping allowed Chan complete freedom over his stunt work. The film established the comedic kung fu genre, and proved refreshing to the Hong Kong audience. 41 The same year, Chan then starred in Drunken Master, which finally propelled him to mainstream success. 42. Upon Chan's return to Lo Wei's studio, Lo tried to replicate the comedic approach of Drunken Master, producing and also showed new features at the time with Jackie as the stunt director, Half a Loaf of Kung Fu and Spiritual Kung Fu. 23 He also gave Chan the opportunity to make his directorial debut in The Fearless Hyena. When Willie Chan left the company, he advised Jackie to decide for himself whether or not to stay with Lo Wei. During the shooting of Fearless Hyena Part 2, Chan broke his contract and joined Golden Harvest, prompting Lo to blackmail Chan with triads, blaming Willie for his star's departure. The dispute was resolved with the help of fellow actor and director Jimmy Wang Yu, allowing Chan to stay with Golden Harvest. 40. 1980 to 1987, commercial success in the action comedy genre. Willie Chan became Jackie's personal manager and firm friend, and remained so for over 30 years. He was instrumental in launching Chan's international career, beginning with his first forays into the American film industry in the 1980s. His first Hollywood film was The Big Brawl in 1980. 43-44 Chan then played a minor role in the 1981 film The Cannonball Run, which grossed over $100 million worldwide. 45 Despite being largely ignored by North American audiences in favor of established American actors such as Burt Reynolds, Chan was impressed by the outtakes shown at the closing credits, inspiring him to include the same device in his future films. Citation needed. After the commercial failure of The Protector in 1985, Chan temporarily abandoned his attempts to break into the US market, returning his focus to Hong Kong films. 39. Back in Hong Kong, Chan's films began to reach a larger audience in East Asia, with early successes in the lucrative Japanese market including Drunken Master, The Young Master, 1980, and Dragon Lord, 1982. 46 The Young Master went on to beat previous box office records set by Bruce Lee and established Chan as Hong Kong cinema's top star. With Dragon Lord, he began experimenting with elaborate stunt action sequences. 47 Including the final fight scene where he performs various stunts, including one where he does a backflip off a loft and falls to the lower ground. 48. Chan produced a number of action comedy films with his opera school friends Sammo Hung and Yun Biao. The three co-starred together for the first time in 1983 in Project A, which introduced a dangerous stunt-driven style of martial arts that won it the Best Action Design Award at the 3rd Annual Hong Kong Film Awards. 49 Over the following 2 years, the three brothers appeared in Wheels on Meals and the original Lucky Stars trilogy. 50-51 In 1985, Chan made the first police story film, a crime action film in which Chan performed a number of dangerous stunts. It won Best Film at the 1986 Hong Kong Film Awards. 52 In 1986, Chan played Asian Hawk, an Indiana Jones-esque character, in the film Armor of God. The film was Chan's biggest domestic box office success up to that point, grossing over $35 million. 53. 1988 to 1998, acclaimed film sequels and Hollywood breakthrough. In 1988, Chan starred alongside Sammo Hung and Yun Biao for the last time to date in the film Dragons Forever. Hung co-directed with Corey Yun, and the villain in the film was played by Yun Hua, both of whom were fellow graduates of the China Drama Academy. Citation needed. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Chan starred in a number of successful sequels beginning with Project A Part 2 and Police Story 2, which won the award for Best Action Choreography at the 1989 Hong Kong Film Awards. This was followed by Armor of God 2, Operation Condor, and Police Story 3, Super Cop, for which Chan won the Best Actor award at the 1993 Golden Horse Film Festival. In 1994, Chan reprised his role as Wang Fei-hung in Drunken Master 2, which was listed in Time magazine's all-time 100 movies. 54 Another sequel, Police Story 4, First Strike, brought more awards and domestic box office success for Chan, but did not fare as well in foreign markets. 55. By the mid-1990s, he was the most popular action movie star in Asia and Europe. 7 Up until January 1995, his films had grossed over $500 million, $70 million in Hong Kong 56 and 39 billion yen, $415 million in Japan 46, while having sold over 33 million box office admissions in France, Germany, Italy, and Spain up until then. 57 Despite his international success, he was not very successful in North America, where he had only 2 wide releases as a leading actor, The Big Brawl and The Protector, grossing $9.51 million, $32 million adjusted for inflation. 58 Despite this, there was a thriving North American home video market for Chan's Hong Kong films by the mid-1990s. 59. Chan rekindled his Hollywood ambitions in the 1990s, but refused early offers to play villains in Hollywood films to avoid being typecast in future roles. For example, Sylvester Stallone offered him the role of Simon Phoenix, a criminal in the futuristic film Demolition Man. Chan declined and the role was taken by Wesley Snipes. 60. Chan finally succeeded in establishing a foothold in the North American market in 1995 with a worldwide release of Rumble in the Bronx, attaining a cult following in the United States that was rare for Hong Kong movie stars. 61 The success of Rumble in the Bronx led to a 1996 release of Police Story 3, Super Cop in the United States under the title Super Cop, which grossed a total of $16,270,600. Chan's first huge blockbuster success came when he co-starred with Chris Tucker in the 1998 buddy cop action comedy Rush Hour 62, grossing $130 million in the United States alone. 40 This film made him a Hollywood star, after which he wrote his autobiography in collaboration with Jeff Yang entitled I Am Jackie Chan. 1999 to 2007, Fame in Hollywood and Dramatization. Chan on the USS Kitty Hawk in 2002 during the carrier's visit to Hong Kong 63. In 1998, Chan released his final film for Golden Harvest, Who Am I? After leaving Golden Harvest in 1999, he produced and starred alongside Shu Qi in Gorgeous, a romantic comedy that focused on personal relationships and featured only a few martial arts sequences. 64 Although Chan had left Golden Harvest in 1999, the company continued to produce and distribute for 2 of his films, Gorgeous, 1999, and The Accidental Spy, 2001. Chan then helped create a PlayStation game in 2000 called Jackie Chan Stunt Master, to which he lent his voice and performed the motion capture. 65 He continued his Hollywood success in 2000 when he teamed up with Owen Wilson in the Western action comedy Shanghai Noon. A sequel, Shanghai Nights, followed in 2003 and also featured his first on-screen fight scene with Donnie Yen. 66 He reunited with Chris Tucker for Rush Hour 2, 2001, which was an even bigger success than the original, grossing $347 million worldwide. 67 Chan experimented with the use of special effects and wire work for the fight scenes in his next 2 Hollywood films, The Tuxedo, 2002, and The Medallion, 2003, which were not as successful critically or commercially. 68 In 2004, he teamed up with Steve Coogan in Around the World in 80 Days, loosely based on Jules Verne's novel of the same name. In 2004, film scholar Andrew Willis stated that Chan was perhaps the most recognized star in the world. 11. Despite the success of the Rush Hour and Shanghai Noon films, Chan became frustrated with Hollywood over the limited range of roles and lack of control over the filmmaking process. 69 In response to Golden Harvest's withdrawal from the film industry in 2003, Chan started his own film production company, JCE Movies Limited, Jackie Chan Emperor Movies Limited, in association with Emperor Multimedia Group, EMG. 40 His films have since featured an increasing number of dramatic scenes while continuing to succeed at the box office. Examples include New Police Story, 2004, The Myth, 2005, and the hit film Robin Hood, 2006. 70 71 72. Chan's next release was the third installment in the Rush Hour film series directed by Brett Ratner, Rush Hour 3 in August 2007. It grossed $255 million. 73 However, it was a disappointment in Hong Kong, grossing only $3.5 million during its opening weekend. 74. 2008, present, new experiments and change in acting style. Chan on the set of Chinese Zodiac, May 2, 2012. Filming of The Forbidden Kingdom, Chan's first on-screen collaboration with fellow Chinese actor Jet Li, was completed on August 24, 2007 and the movie was released in April 2008. The movie featured heavy use of effects and wires. 75-76 Chan voiced Master Monkey in Kung Fu Panda, released in June 2008, appearing with Jack Black, Dustin Hoffman, and Angelina Jolie. 77 In addition, he has assisted Anthony Zito in an advisory capacity for the writer-director's film Wushu, released on May 1, 2008. The film stars Sammo Hung and Wang Wenjie as father and son. 78. In November 2007, Chan began filming Shinjuku Incident, a dramatic role featuring no martial arts sequences with director Derek Yee, which sees Chan take on the role of a Chinese immigrant in Japan. 79 The film was released on April 2, 2009. According to his blog, Chan discussed his wishes to direct a film after completing Shinjuku Incident, something he has not done for a number of years. 80 The film was expected to be the third in the Armor of God series, and had a working title of Armor of God 3, Chinese Zodiac. The film was released on December 12, 2012. 81 Because the Screen Actors Guild did not go on strike, Chan started shooting his next Hollywood movie The Spy Next Door at the end of October in New Mexico. 82 In The Spy Next Door, Chan plays an undercover agent whose cover is blown when he looks after the children of his girlfriend. In Little Big Soldier, Chan stars alongside Zhiheng Wang as a soldier in the Warring States period in China. He is the lone survivor of his army and must bring a captured enemy soldier Zhiheng Wang to the capital of his province. In 2010, he starred with Jaden Smith in The Karate Kid, a remake of the 1984 original. 83 This was Chan's first dramatic American film. He plays Mr. Han, a kung fu master and maintenance man who teaches Jaden Smith's character kung fu so he can defend himself from school bullies. His role in The Karate Kid won him the Favorite Butt Kicker Award at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards in 2011. 84 In Chan's next movie, Shaolin, he plays a supporting role as a cook of a temple instead of one of the major characters. His 100th movie, 1911, was released on September 26, 2011. Chan was the co-director, executive producer, and lead star of the movie. 85 While Chan has directed over 10 films over his career, this was his first directorial work since Who Am I? In 1998. 1911 premiered in North America on October 14. 86. While at the 2012 Cannes Film Festival, Chen announced that he was retiring from action films, citing that he was getting too old for the genre. He later clarified that he would not be completely retiring from action films, but would be performing fewer stunts and taking care of his body more. 87. In 2013, Chen starred in Police Story 2013, a reboot of the Police Story franchise directed by Ding Sheng, and it was released in China at the end of 2013. Chan's next film Dragon Blade was released in early 2015 and co-starred Hollywood actors John Cusack and Adrian Brody. In 2015, Chan was awarded the title of Datuk by Malaysia as he helped Malaysia to boost its tourism, especially in Kuala Lumpur where he previously shot his films. 88-89. In early 2017, Chan's new film titled Kung Fu Yoga, a Chinese-Indian project, which also starred Indian actors Disha Patani, Sonu Sood, and Amira Dastur, was released. The film reunited Chan with director Stanley Tong, who directed a number of Chan's films in the 1990s. Upon release, the film was a huge success at the box office, and became the fifth highest grossing film in China, 1 month after its release. In 2016, he teamed up with Johnny Knoxville and starred in his own production Skip Trace. That same year he also starred in the action comedy Railroad Tigers. In 2017, he co-starred with Pierce Brosnan in the action thriller The Foreigner, an Anglo-Chinese production. He also starred in the 2017 science fiction film Bleeding Steel. In 2018, he served as an executive producer for the plant-based documentary, The Game Changers, along with James Cameron, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Pamela Anderson. 1991. He teamed up with John Cena and starred in the 2023 Chinese-American co-production Hidden Strike. Citation needed. He also voiced Splinter in the animated film Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. His films had collectively grossed HK $1.14 billion, $147 million at the Hong Kong box office up until 2010, 92 over $72 million in South Korea between 1991 and 2010, 93 and 48.4 billion yen, $607 million in Japan up until 2012. 46 in Europe. His films collectively sold about 84 million tickets between 1973 and 2010. 57 as of 2021, his films have grossed over CNY 14 billion, $2.17 billion in China 94 and $1 and 84 cents billion 95, more than $2.44 billion adjusted for inflation, in the United States and Canada. 58 as of 2018, 48 of his films have collectively grossed more than $5 billion at the worldwide box office. 95. Views on filmmaking. On August 10, 2025, during a Q&A session at the Locarno Film Festival, Chan stated that he believes contemporary Hollywood productions have lost quality due to major studios prioritizing profit over creative filmmaking. 96. He commented, "Right now, a lot of big studios, they're not filmmakers, they're business guys. 97. They invest 40 million and think, how can I get it back? It's very difficult to make a good movie now." 98. Chen contrasted modern productions with what he considered higher quality films from earlier decades and said his own career goal had been to serve as a cross-cultural bridge between the United States and China. 99. Other works. Music. Chen and Qin Hailu singing in Shanghai, China in August 2006. Chen had vocal lessons while at the Peking Opera School in his childhood. He began producing records professionally in the 1980s and has gone on to become a successful singer in Hong Kong and Asia. He has released 20 albums since 1984 and has performed vocals in Cantonese, Mandarin, Japanese, Taiwanese and English. He often sings the theme songs of his films, which play over the closing credits. Chan's first musical recording was Kung Fu Fighting Man, the theme song played over the closing credits of The Young Master, 1980. At least 10 of these recordings have been released on soundtrack albums for the films. 102 His Cantonese song Story of a Hero, theme song of Police Story, was selected by the Royal Hong Kong Police and incorporated into their recruitment advertisement in 1994. 103. Chan voiced the character of Shang in the Chinese release of the Walt Disney animated feature Mulan, 1998. He also performed the song I'll Make a Man Out of You, for the film's soundtrack. For the US release, the speaking voice was performed by B.D. Wong and the singing voice was done by Donny Osmond. He also collaborated with Ani DeFranco on Unforgettable. 104. In 2007, Chan recorded and released We Are Ready, the official one-year countdown song to the 2008 Summer Olympics, which he performed at a ceremony marking the one-year countdown to the 2008 Summer Paralympics. 105. Chan also released one of the two official Olympics albums, official album for the Beijing 2008 Olympic Games, Jackie Chan's version, which featured a number of special guest appearances. 106. Chan performed Hard to Say Goodbye along with Andy Lau, Lu Huan, and Wei Gan Chao, at the 2008 Summer Olympics closing ceremony. 107. Academia. Chan received his honorary doctorate of social science degree in 1996 from the Hong Kong Baptist University. 108. In 2009, he received another honorary doctorate from the University of Cambodia. 109. 110 and has also been awarded an honorary professorship by the Savannah College of Art and Design in Hong Kong in 2008. 111. Chan is currently a faculty member of the School of Hotel and Tourism Management at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. 112 where he teaches the subject of tourism management. As of 2015, he also serves as the Dean of the Jackie Chan Film and Television Academy under the Wuhan Institute of Design and Sciences. 113. Personal life. In 1981, Chan met Taiwanese actress Joan Lin. In December 1982, they married in Los Angeles. Their son, J.C. Chan, was born the day after. 69. Lin retired from acting after their marriage, but made a cameo in CZ12, 2012, in which she plays Chan's wife. Citation needed. Chan had an extramarital affair with Elaine Ng Yile, who gave birth to their daughter, Etta Ng Chok Lam, on January 18, 1999. Shortly before Etta's birth, Ng publicly revealed Chan as the father, sparking a scandal. Chan held a press conference where he expressed regret over the affair but stated that he had only committed a fault that many men in the world commit. 114. 115. 116. In 2002, Ng moved from Hong Kong to Shanghai. She and her daughter attracted media attention for their financial struggles, family conflicts, and mental health issues. However, according to her lawyer, Chan refused to provide any assistance. 117. 118. 119. 120. Chan has never met his daughter since her birth. 121. In 2017, when asked about her coming out as lesbian, he replied, "As long as she's happy." 122. Chan speaks Cantonese, Mandarin, English, Korean, Japanese and Taiwanese. He also knows American Sign Language. 123. Chan is an avid football fan and supports the Hong Kong national football team, the England national football team, and Manchester City. 124. He is a fan of the Italian duo Bud Spencer and Terence Hill, from whom he was inspired for his movies. 125. Stunts and screen persona. Jackie Chan tries on a fighter pilot's helmet with night vision goggles. Chan has performed most of his own stunts throughout his film career, which are choreographed by the Jackie Chan stunt team. The team was established in 1983, and Chan has used them in all his subsequent films to make choreographing easier, given his understanding of each member's abilities. 126 Chan and his team undertake many of the stunts performed by other characters in his films, shooting the scenes so that their faces are obscured. 127. In the early 1980s, Jackie Chan began experimenting with elaborate stunt action sequences in films such as The Young Master, 1980, 128 and especially Dragon Lord, 1982, 129, which featured a pyramid fight scene that holds the record for the most takes required for a single scene, with 2,900 takes, 130, and the final fight scene where he performs various stunts, including one where he does a backflip off a loft and falls to the lower ground. 131. In 1983, Project A saw the official formation of the Jackie Chan stunt team and added elaborate, dangerous stunts to the fights and typical slapstick humor. At one point, Chan falls from the top of a clock tower through a series of fabric canopies. Critics have compared his comedic stunts in Project A to Buster Keaton, who was also known to perform his own stunts, although Chan himself had not watched Keaton's films until years after Project A released. According to Chan, Project A was an evolution of the action stunt work he had been doing in earlier kung fu comedy films since The Young Master. 128. Police Story, 1985, contained many large-scale action scenes, including an opening sequence featuring a car chase through a shanty town, Chan stopping a double-decker bus with his service revolver, and a climactic fight scene in a shopping mall. This final scene earned the film the nickname Glass Story by the crew, due to the huge number of panes of sugar glass that were broken. During a stunt in this last scene, in which Chan slides down a pole from several stories up, the lights covering the pole had heated it considerably, resulting in Chan suffering second-degree burns, particularly to his hands, as well as a back injury and dislocation of his pelvis upon landing. 132. Chan performed similarly elaborate stunts in numerous other films, such as several Police Story sequels, Project A Part 2, The Armor of God series, Dragons Forever, Drunken Master 2, Rumble in the Bronx, and the Rush Hour series, among others. The dangerous nature of his stunts makes it difficult to get insurance, especially in the United States where his stunt work is contractually limited. 127. Chan holds the Guinness World Record for most stunts by a living actor, which emphasizes that no insurance company will underwrite Chan's productions in which he performs all his own stunts. 133. Chan has been injured frequently when attempting stunts. Many of them have been shown as outtakes or as bloopers during the closing credits of his films. He came closest to death filming Armor of God when he fell from a tree and fractured his skull. Over the years, he has dislocated his pelvis and also broken numerous parts of his body, including his fingers, toes, nose, both cheekbones, hips, sternum, neck, ankle, and ribs. 134. 135. Promotional materials for Rumble in the Bronx emphasized that he performed all of the stunts, and one version of the movie poster even diagrammed his many injuries. Jackie Chan at the 2013 Cannes Film Festival. Chan created his screen persona as a response to the late Bruce Lee and the numerous imitators who appeared before and after Lee's death. Lee's characters were typically stern, morally upright heroes. In contrast, Chan plays well-meaning, slightly foolish regular men, often at the mercy of their friends, girlfriends, or families, who always triumph in the end despite the odds. 23. Additionally, he has stated that he deliberately styles his movement to be the opposite of Lee's, where Lee held his arms wide, Chan holds his tight to the body, where Lee was loose and flowing, Chan is tight and choppy. Despite the success of the Rush Hour series, Chan has stated that he is not a fan of it since he neither appreciates the action scenes in the movie nor understands American humor. 136. American filmmaker Quentin Tarantino classified Chan's style of acting and filmmaking as physical comedy, and considered him one of the greatest in the genre. 7. British filmmaker Edgar Wright describes Jackie Chan as an expressive visual performer with an everyman persona. He notes that, in contrast to other action heroes, such as Bruce Lee, Sylvester Stallone, Clint Eastwood, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, Chan presents himself as a lovable goofball underdog who overcomes the odds with almost superhuman acrobatic stunts and fighting abilities. 137. In the 2000s, the aging Chan grew tired of being typecast as an action hero, prompting him to act with more emotion in his latest films. 138. In New Police Story, 2004, he portrayed a character suffering from alcoholism and mourning his murdered colleagues. 101. To further shed the image of a nice guy, Chan played an anti-hero for the first time in Rob B. Hood, 2006, starring as Thongs, a burglar with gambling problems. 139. Chan plays a low-level gangster in 2009's Shinjuku Incident, a serious drama set in Tokyo about unsavory characters. 140. Legacy. Jackie Chan star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Jackie Chan arriving for the press conference of the movie Little Big Soldier in 2010. Jackie Chan with actor Vijay in 2008. Chan has received global recognition for his film acting and stunt work. His accolades include the Innovator Award from the American Choreography Awards and a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Taurus World Stunt Awards. 141. He has stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and the Hong Kong Avenue of Stars. 142. In addition, Chan has also been honored by placing his hand and footprints at Grauman's Chinese Theater. 143. Despite considerable box office success in Asia, Chan's Hollywood films have been criticized with regard to their action choreography. Reviewers of Rush Hour 2, The Tuxedo, and Shanghai Nights noted the toning down of Chan's fighting scenes, citing less intensity compared to his earlier films. 144. 145. 146. The comedic value of his films is questioned, some critics stating that they can be childish at times. 147. Chan was awarded the Order of the British Empire, MBE, in 1989 and the Silver Bauhinia Star, SBS, in 1999. 148. 149. When American filmmaker Quentin Tarantino presented Chan with the Lifetime Achievement Award at the 1995 MTV Movie Awards, Tarantino described Chan as one of the best filmmakers the world has ever known and one of the greatest physical comedians since sound came into film. 7. In 2001, he was inducted into the Martial Arts History Museum Hall of Fame. 150. He was also awarded an honorary black belt by the World Karate Federation, along with his Karate Kid, Legends co-star Ralph Macchio during the film's New York premiere in 2025. 151. Cultural impact. Film industry. Numerous films from around the world have taken inspiration from Jackie Chan's fight sequences and action choreography. Examples include The Matrix and Kill Bill, both choreographed by his former colleague Yuen Woo-ping, the Kung Fu Panda series, where he also voiced Monkey, The Raid, Redemption, 2011, from Indonesian cinema, Kingsman, The Secret Service, 2014, the John Wick series, Atomic Blonde, 2017, Marvel Cinematic Universe films such as Black Panther, 2018, and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, 2021, the DC Extended Universe film Birds of Prey, 2020, and the Netflix film Extraction, 2020. 152. British filmmaker Edgar Wright cited Chan as an influence and said that, no matter how many people try and rip off Jackie Chan movies, there's something which they can't rip off, which is Jackie Chan himself. 137. Tom Holland also cited Chan as an influence on several action scenes in Uncharted, 2022, noting Chan's use of his surroundings to fight people in unique ways. 153. Non-primary source needed. 154. In popular culture and media, Chan has been the subject of Ash's song Kung Fu, Heavy Vegetables. Jackie Chan is a punk rocker, Li Humwang's Long Live Chinese People, as well as in Jackie Chan by Frank Chickens, and television shows Tim and Eric Awesome Show, Great Job, Celebrity Deathmatch, and Family Guy. Citation needed. He has been cited as the inspiration for manga and anime such as Dragon Ball, which was particularly inspired by Drunken Master 155, 156, 157 and the fight scenes in Jackie Chan movies 158, 159. The show pays homage with a character by the alias Jackie Chun. 160. Akira Toriyama said he had a young Jackie Chan in mind for a live-action Goku, stating that nobody could play Goku but him. 161. Chan himself was a fan of the series, and had expressed some interest in adapting Dragon Ball into a live-action film, but said it would require a lot of amazing special effects and an enormous budget. 162. The parkour movement was also inspired by Chan. 163. 164. A number of video games have been based on, or featured, Jackie Chan. His film Wheels on Meals, called Spartan X in Japan, spawned the hit 1984 beat-em-up arcade game Spartan X, released as Kung Fu Master in Western markets, and its sequel Spartan X2 for the Nintendo Famicom console. Spartan X laid the foundations for the beat-em-up genre 165, 166 and inspired other games including Super Mario Bros. 1985, 167, 168 and Street Fighter, 1987. 169. 170. Jackie Chan's action Kung Fu was released in 1990 for the PC Engine and Nintendo Entertainment System. In 1995, Chan was featured in the arcade game Jackie Chan the Kung Fu Master. A series of Japanese video games were released on the MSX computer by Pony, based on several of Chan's films, Project A, Project A2, Police Story, The Protector and Wheels on Meals. Other games based on Jackie Chan include Jackie Chan Stunt Master, Jackie Chan Adventures and Jackie Chan J-Mat Fitness. 171. Chan also inspired video game characters such as Lei Wulong in Tekken and the fighting-type Pokemon Hitmonchan. 172. 173. 174. On June 25, 2013, Chan responded to a hoax Facebook page created a few days earlier that alleged he had died. He said that several people contacted him to congratulate him on his recent engagement, and soon thereafter contacted him again to ask if he was still alive. He posted a Facebook message, commenting, "If I died, I would probably tell the world." 175. 176. In 2015, a made-up word inspired by Chan's description of his hair during an interview for a commercial, Duan, became an internet viral meme particularly in China. The Chinese character for the word is a composite of two characters of Chan's name. 177. A wax figure of Jackie Chan was revealed at Madame Tussauds New York in 2020. 178. 179. Public image. Jackie Chan has a sponsorship deal with Mitsubishi Motors that has resulted in the appearance of Mitsubishi cars in a number of his films. Furthermore, Mitsubishi launched a limited series of Evolution cars personally customized by Chan. 180. 181. 182. Chan was also the primary catalyst for the creation of review aggregation website Rotten Tomatoes, whose founder Sun Duong was his fan and created the website after collecting all the reviews of Chan's Hong Kong action movies as they were being released in the United States. In anticipation for Rush Hour, Chan's first major Hollywood crossover, he coded the website in 2 weeks and the site went live shortly before the release of Rush Hour. 183. 184. Chan says he has always wanted to be a role model to children, and has remained popular with them due to his good-natured acting style. He has generally refused to play villains and has been very restrained in using swear words in his films. He persuaded the director of Rush Hour to take fuck out of the script. 185. Chan's greatest regret in life is not having received a proper education. 186. Inspiring him to fund educational institutions around the world. He funded the construction of the Jackie Chan Science Center at the Australian National University 187 and the establishment of schools in poor regions of China. 188. Chan is a spokesperson for the government of Hong Kong, appearing in public service announcements. In a Clean Hong Kong commercial, he urged the people of Hong Kong to be more considerate with regards to littering, a problem that has been widespread for decades. 189. Furthermore, in an advertisement promoting nationalism, he gave a short explanation of the March of the Volunteers, the national anthem of the People's Republic of China. 190. When Hong Kong Disneyland opened in 2005, Chan participated in the opening ceremony. 191. In the United States, Chan appeared alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger in a government advert to combat copyright infringement and made another public service announcement with Los Angeles County Sheriff Lee Baca to encourage people, especially Asian people, to join the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. 192. Cultural honors and depictions. In November 2013, a statue of Chan was unveiled in front of what is now known as the JC Film Gallery, which opened in the spring of 2014. 193. On February 1, 2015, Chan was awarded the honor of Knight Commander of the Order of the Territorial Crown by the Yang Dipertuan Agong of Malaysia Tuanku Abdul Halim in conjunction with the country's Federal Territory Day. It carries the title of Datuk in Malaysia. 194. 195. Political views. The Hong Kong Star, in Hong Kong. Chan's views on Hong Kong politics have gradually shifted from a pro-democratic stance in the late 1980s to a pro-Beijing stance in the 2010s. In 1989, Chan performed at the Concert for Democracy in China in support of democratic movement during the 1989 Tiananmen Square protests. By 2021, in contrast, he expressed his desire to join the Chinese Communist Party. 196. 197. 198. 199. Since 2013, 200. Chan has been a pro-China politician, having served 2 terms as a delegate to the National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, China's political advisory body. 201. 197. 202. According to Chan, he wanted to be a party member but his moral failings make him unqualified. 203. Chan stated that he can see the greatness of the CCP and his view that it will deliver what it says, and what it promises in less than 100 years, but only a few decades. 203. During a news conference in Shanghai on March 28, 2004, Chan referred to the recently concluded 2004 Taiwanese presidential election, in which Democratic Progressive Party candidates Chen Shui-bian and Annette Lu were re-elected as president and vice president, as the biggest joke in the world. 204. A Taiwanese legislator and senior member of the DPP, Paris Cheng, called for the government of Taiwan to ban around the world in 80 days. 205. Police and security personnel separated Chan from scores of protesters shouting "Jackie Chan, get out" when he arrived at Taipei Airport in June 2008. 206. Referring to his participation in the torch relay for the 2008 Summer Olympics in Beijing, Chan spoke out against demonstrators who disrupted the relay several times, attempting to draw attention to a wide-ranging number of grievances against the Chinese government. He warned that publicity seekers planning to stop him from carrying the Olympic torch not get anywhere near him. Chan also argued that the Olympics coverage that year would provide another way for us to tell the world about Chinese culture. 207. Jackie Chan at the 2005 Toronto International Film Festival. In 2009, Chan was named an anti-drug ambassador by the Chinese government, actively taking part in anti-drug campaigns and supporting President Hu Jintao's declaration that illegal drugs should be eradicated, and their users punished severely. In 2014, when his own son JC was arrested for cannabis use, he said that he was angry, shocked, heartbroken and ashamed of his son. He also remarked, I hope all young people will learn a lesson from JC and stay far from the harm of drugs. I say to JC that you have to accept the consequences when you do something wrong. 208. On April 18, 2009, during a panel discussion at the annual Boao Forum for Asia, he questioned whether or not broad freedom is a good thing. 209. Noting the strong tensions in Hong Kong and Taiwan, he said, "I'm gradually beginning to feel that we Chinese need to be controlled. If we're not being controlled, we'll just do what we want." 210. 211. Chan's comments prompted angry responses from several prominent figures in Taiwan and Hong Kong. 212. 213. A spokesman later said Chan was referring to freedom in the entertainment industry, rather than in Chinese society at large. 214. In December 2012, Chan caused outrage when he criticized Hong Kong as a city of protest, suggesting that demonstrators' rights in Hong Kong should be limited. 215. The same month, in an interview with Phoenix TV, Chan stated that the United States was the most corrupt country in the world. 216. Which in turn angered parts of the online community. 216. 217. Other articles situated Chan's comments in the context of his career and life in the United States, including his embrace of the American film market. 217. And his seeking asylum in the United States from Hong Kong triads. 218. From 2013 to 2023, Chan served 2 terms as a member of the National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, representing the literature and arts sector. 219. 220. In April 2016, Chan was named in the Panama Papers. 221. While Chan was not accused of engaging in illegal activity per se, he was listed as having up to 6 different offshore accounts, likely for the purposes of serving as tax shelters. 222. In 2019, Chan criticized Hong Kong anti-extradition bill protests. 223. Saying that the 5-starred red flag is respected everywhere around the world. 224. He also supported the National People's Congress decision on Hong Kong national security legislation. 225. Entrepreneurship and philanthropy. William, Prince of Wales, with actor Jackie Chan at the London Conference on the Illegal Wildlife Trade at the Natural History Museum, February 12, 2014. In addition to his film production and distribution company, JCE Movies Limited, Jackie Chan owns or co-owns the production companies JC Group China, Jackie and Willie Productions. 226, with Willie Chan, and Jackie and JJ Productions. 227. Chan has also put his name to Jackie Chan Theatre International, a cinema chain in China, co-run by Hong Kong company Sparkle Roll Group Ltd. The first Jackie Chan Yale International Cinema opened in February 2010, and is claimed to be the largest cinema complex in China, with 17 screens and 3,500 seats. Chan expressed his hopes that the size of the venue would afford young, non-commercial directors the opportunity to have their films screened. 15 further cinemas in the chain were planned for 2010. Needs update throughout Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou, with a potential total of 65 cinemas throughout the country proposed. 228. In 2004, Chan launched his own line of clothing, which bears a Chinese dragon logo and the English word Jackie, or the initials JC. 229. Chan also has a number of other branded businesses. His sushi restaurant chain, Jackie's Kitchen, has outlets throughout Hong Kong, as well as 7 in South Korea, with plans to open another in Las Vegas. Jackie Chan's Cafe has outlets in Beijing, Singapore, and the Philippines. Other ventures include Jackie Chan's Signature Club Gyms, a partnership with California Fitness, and a line of chocolates, cookies, and nutritional oatcakes. 230. With each of his businesses, a percentage of the profits goes to various charities, including the Jackie Chan Charitable Foundation. In 2016, Chan partnered with Asian Le Mans Series champion David Cheng to form a racing team in the series and the FIA World Endurance Championship. The two met in March 2015 and Chan told Cheng about his interest in motorsports and raised the possibility of starting a team. 231 together, the two formed Baxi DC Racing Alpine, the first mainland China-based operation in WEC. In October, leading into the 2016-17 Asian Le Mans Series season, the team was rebranded to Jackie Chan DC Racing and raced with liveries promoting Chan's movie Kung Fu Yoga. 232 at the 2017 24 Hours of Le Mans, the team became the first Chinese team to win its class, LMP2. 233. Chan is a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, and has championed charitable works and causes. He has campaigned for conservation and against animal abuse, and has promoted disaster relief efforts for floods in mainland China and the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. 234. In June 2006, citing his admiration of the efforts made by Warren Buffett and Bill Gates to help those in need, Chan pledged the donation of half his assets to charity upon his death. 235 On March 10, 2008, Chan was the guest of honor for the launch, by Australian Prime Minister Kevin Rudd, of the Jackie Chan Science Centre at the John Curtin School of Medical Research of the Australian National University. Chan is also a supporter and ambassador of Save China's Tigers, which aims to save the endangered South China tiger through breeding and releasing them into the wild. 236 Following the 2008 Sichuan earthquake, Chan donated RMB 10 million yen to help those in need. In addition, he planned to make a film about the Chinese earthquake to raise money for survivors. 237 In response to the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, Chan, and fellow Hong Kong-based celebrities, including American rapper MC Jin, headlined a special 3-hour charity concert, titled Artistes 311 Love Beyond Borders, on April 1, 2011 to help with Japan's disaster recovery effort. 238 239 The 3-hour concert raised over $3.3 million. 240 In January 2017, Chan donated $65,000 to help flood victims in Thailand. 241. Chan founded the Jackie Chan Charitable Foundation in 1988 to offer scholarship and active help to Hong Kong's young people and provide aid to victims of natural disaster or illness. 15 In 2005, Chan created the Dragon's Heart Foundation to help children and the elderly in remote areas of China by building schools, providing books, fees, and uniforms for children. The organization expanded its reach to Europe in 2011. 242 243 The foundation also provides for the elderly with donations of warm clothing, wheelchairs, and other items. Endorsements. One product which Chan had endorsed in China was the Little Tyrant, produced by Subaru, a Nintendo Entertainment System hardware clone marketed as a learning machine to circumvent China's then ban on video game consoles. 244 In 2010, Chan served as brand ambassador for Kaspersky Labs antivirus software in Asia. 245. There is an urban legend called the Jackie Chan Curse. 246 247 248 ABC News reported in 2010 that the legend originated because a slew of products sold in China bearing his name, smile, and seal of approval have proven defective, prone to explosion, and in one case, potentially damaging to consumers' health. This led to a belief that any product or company which was endorsed by Jackie Chan would suffer setbacks. 249 In 2016 the failure of fitness chain California Fitness was blamed on the curse. 250 The curse was again invoked in 2021 when Evergrande Group suffered major losses following Chan's promotion of Evergrande Spring brand bottled water. 251 However, Jackie Chan has also endorsed a number of products and companies which have not had issues. Taraji P Henson, /Tirdi/Kiradzi, born September 11, 1970, is an American actress. Her accolades include a Golden Globe Award, alongside nominations for an Academy Award, 6 Emmy Awards, and a Tony Award. In 2016 and 2024, Time named Henson one of the 100 most influential people in the world. After studying acting at Howard University, she made her film debut in the crime film Streetwise, 1998. Henson gained recognition for playing a prostitute in Hustle and Flow, 2005, and as nursing home caretaker, Queenie, in David Fincher's The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, 2008. The latter earned her a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. In 2016, she portrayed mathematician Katherine Johnson in Hidden Figures. She has also acted in Baby Boy, 2001, The Karate Kid, 2010, Think Like a Man, 2012, Acrimony, 2018, What Men Want, 2019, The Best of Enemies, 2019, and The Color Purple, 2023. Henson has also had an extensive career in television. From 2011 to 2013, she co-starred as Joss Carter in the CBS drama series Person of Interest. From 2015 to 2020, she starred as Cookie Leone in the Fox drama series Empire, for which she won the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress, Television Series Drama, and was nominated for Primetime Emmy Awards in 2015 and 2016. Her other Emmy-nominated roles were for the Lifetime movie Taken From Me, The Tiffany Rubin Story, 2011, and for her guest role in the ABC sitcom Abbott Elementary, 2023. 2. Henson also released a New York Times best-selling autobiography titled Around the Way Girl in 2016. 3. In 2019, she received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. 4. 5. Early life and education. Taraji P Henson 6'7" was born September 11, 1970, in Southeast Washington, D.C., the daughter of Bernice, née Gordon, a corporate manager at Woodward and Lothrop, and Boris Lawrence Henson, a janitor and metal fabricator. 6789. She has often spoken of the influence of her maternal grandmother, Patsy Ballard, who accompanied her at the Academy Awards the year she was nominated. 10, 11, 12, 13. She was raised Catholic. 14. Her first and middle names are of Swahili origin, Taraji, Hope, and Penda, Love. 15, 16. According to a mitochondrial DNA analysis, her matrilineal lineage can be traced to the Massa people of Cameroon. 17. She has said that North Pole explorer Matthew Henson was the brother of her great-great-grandfather. 18. Henson graduated from Oxon Hill High School in Oxon Hill, Maryland, in 1988. 6. She attended North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, where she intended to study electrical engineering, before transferring to Howard University to study drama. 11, 13. To pay for college, she worked mornings as a secretary at the Pentagon and evenings as a singing-dancing waitress on a dinner cruise ship, the Spirit of Washington. 19. Career. 2001 to 2014, early career. Henson received her SAG membership card in the early 1990s for doing 3 roles as a background performer. Her first prominent role was in the 2001 comedy-drama film Baby Boy, where she portrayed Yvette, alongside singer Tyrese Gibson. 20. Henson in 2011. Henson has guest starred on several television shows, including the WB's Smart Guy, the Fox series House in 2005, and CBS's CSI, Crime Scene Investigation in 2006. She also appeared in an episode of Sister. 6. In 2005, Henson was in the independent film Hustle and Flow as Shug, the love interest of the male lead, DJ, portrayed by Terrence Howard. She made her singing debut in the film, which was nominated for 2 Academy Awards and won one. In 2008, She appeared with Brad Pitt in David Fincher's drama film The Curious Case of Benjamin Button 21, where she played Queenie, Benjamin's mother, and for which she received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. 22 In an interview with Lauren Vieira of the Chicago Tribune, Henson described Queenie as the embodiment of unconditional love. 23. Henson acted in 2 Tyler Perry films, The Family That Prays in 2008 and I Can Do Bad All By Myself in 2009. In 2010, she appeared in the remake of The Karate Kid with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan. Though reviews were lackluster, the film was a commercial success. 24 Additionally, Henson has been a cast member on several television shows, including Lifetime's The Division and ABC's Boston Legal for 1 season. Her recurring characters include Angela Scott on ABC's Eli Stone. In 2011, she was cast in the CBS crime suspense series Person of Interest. 25-26 In the November 20, 2013, episode, The Crossing, after co-starring for 2.5 years, Henson's character, Joss Carter, was killed as part of the series' new storyline. 27. In 2011, Henson starred as Tiffany Rubin in the Lifetime Movie Network film Taken From Me, The Tiffany Rubin Story. It was based on true events in the life of a New York woman whose son, Kobe, was abducted by his biological father to South Korea. 28-29 Her portrayal of Rubin received positive reviews 30 and earned her several award nominations, including a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Miniseries or a Movie. 31 In 2012, Henson was in the large ensemble cast film Think Like a Man, based on Steve Harvey's 2009 book Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. She reprised the role in the film's sequel, Think Like a Man 2, released in June 2014. 32. 2015, Present, Empire and Beyond. Henson in 2016. In 2015, Henson was cast to headline in the Fox series Empire, a musical drama set in the hip-hop recording industry. 33 Where she plays Cookie Leone opposite former Hustle and Flow co-star Terrence Howard. Fox ordered the pilot in May 2014, and the series debuted on January 7, 2015, with positive critical reviews and wide commercial success. 34-35 The role brought Henson widespread recognition and critical acclaim. 36-37-38 In July 2015, she was nominated for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, and submitted the show's pilot for Emmy voting, for which she became the first African American woman to win the Critics' Choice Television Award for Best Actress in a Drama Series. In January 2016, she won the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress, Television Series Drama for Empire, becoming only the 3rd African American actress to take home the award after Gail Fisher, 1972, and Regina Taylor, 1992. 39 At the 46th NAACP Image Awards, she was named the 2015 Entertainer of the Year for her roles in Empire and No Good Deed. 40. In 2015, Henson teamed up with Howard to produce and host a variety holiday special for Fox.